Hello again. This morning the government released some figures relating to immigration to Britain. They are all the more shocking because nobody at all seems to be bothered about them. They're just taken as one of those things. The number of visas issued to people to work in care homes and so on, most of which is essentially unskilled work, no matter how important it might be, doubled last year to 146,477. Many of them use the opportunity of having jobs here to bring their husbands or wives and children over too. 279,131 visas for the relatives of people that are working in this country were also issued last year. In addition to this, 62,336 people were granted asylum in this country last year. These people too will, when settled, have the right to bring their families to come and live here. These three figures alone add up to 487,944, which is very nearly 500,000 foreigners being given the right to come and live here last year. This is not, of course, the full total because we're talking only of asylum seekers and healthcare workers. Since only 212,570 new homes were built last year, you don't need to be an expert in planning to see that this extra 500,000 people will contribute significantly to the shortage of affordable accommodation in Britain, a problem growing more severe with every passing year. Nor does one need to be a statistician to work out that an extra 500,000 people will place more strain on the National Health Service, both financially and in a practical sense as relating to the services being provided. None of that 500,000 people, you see, have paid a single penny into the national insurance system, and yet all of them will be entitled to use the National Health Service from the moment they set foot in this country. It's a recipe for bankruptcy for the National Health Service in Britain. I had occasion to visit Whipps Cross Hospital in Leytonstone, which is East London, yesterday, and I can honestly say it was not like being in England at all. Practically all the staff were foreign, and nearly all the patients as well. It really gives the impression of a hospital run by foreigners for the benefit of foreigners. I hardly know what to say sometimes when faced by such situations, because all this is happening under a Conservative government. We've had a succession of Conservative Prime Ministers for the last 14 years now. Last year, in total, 1.4 million visas were issued for people to come and work, study or live in this country. 1.4 million in a year under a Tory government. What do you suppose that the figure will be when Labour gets in at the next election? Does anybody think that it will go down, or will it go up? This is also at a time when I hardly know what to say, really. It's all taking place at a time when a quarter of the people of working age in this country, that's 10 million people by the way, do not have jobs. I can't help wondering if we could somehow mobilise some of those 10 million people, then we might not need to import so many immigrants to do routine work in care homes or picking fruit. Something has gone catastrophically wrong with this country, and what it will need to fix it is more than I can say.